Hi, Tony Franquito here with Starship Gaia, where we explore quantum reality, reveal the matrix to lead a happier, healthier life. Hey, just wanted to pop on real quick and bring you up to speed. I have heard rumors that the Insurrection Act was signed on last night, about midnight. But I don't have any hard evidence. So there's three or four different sources that all have said that. But I'm getting hearsay from them, so I don't have anything factual right at the moment that that might have been signed and moving forward. We still do have Executive Order 13959. That is, right there in the executive order that starts at 9:30 Eastern Time today, January the 11th. And that has to do with all of these. Let's see if I can dance around this. Hopefully, we can keep broadcasting here on YouTube with some of these things. So it's the CH INI and the COMMUNIST party. Okay, so and everything that has to do with them and all their finances that would go back to their war machine, their militia, their army, military. So any of those companies that have any type of connection, even their subsidiaries, are subject to this order. Okay, so that is moving forward. Also, Mike Pompeo has also been doing some tweets, and his tweets started at 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and 5 minutes, and 5 minutes. And listening to the decode when we get into the 5 minute, 5 minute, 5 minute release on those was actually what I'm told is that was letters were unsealed and specific operations are beginning to unfold. Okay, what that exactly means, don't know, but I do know that something like that is moving forward. Okay, so I'm just going to pass that on with you. I don't have any direct sources on that, so I am just reporting what I'm able to hunt down through the internet. Another thing I wanted to bring you up to speed on is that do not update your phone. A lot of news out there right now saying that if you update your phone software, that you will not get the emergency broadcast system. So they are looking at blocking the emergency broadcast system, EBS, on your phones if you update the OS system on your phone. So don't do that. A while ago, they were doing a lot of contract tracing when you updated your software, so we didn't want to update then, and we don't want to update now, especially when everything can go down a blackout either by the black hats or the white hats as we move forward. Okay, so let's keep that in mind as we move forward. Let's see, there was one other item I did want to mention. I'm looking over at my other screen, see if it'll come to me. Oh, Schumann resonance right now it's relatively calm right at the moment. Okay, so it's pretty calm, meaning there's not a lot of activity through the heartbeat of the planet. Okay, that's what the Schumann resonance does pick up. All right, it reads that. It's typically 7.83 hertz thereabouts. Does fluctuate, but it's typically right in that area. Was yesterday. It was quite high. We saw a lot of activity in that area. So there was a lot of things going on over the weekend. You might have felt it. Here in California, I have seen just a tremendous amount of chemtrailing. So they just been spraying. And I didn't realize this until recently. I knew there were different particulates that were put in there. There's beryllium and there's some aluminum, and then the silver oxide, to help with the rain and stuff like that. But they've been manipulating our weather now since the 40s at least. Okay, and now they're just master. They can do it. It's amazing. So, anyways, I do watch that as well, and I have a good eye on what's going on there. But over California, off the West Coast, it was just a massive amount of striping. I hesitate to say the word because I don't want to get AI to pick up my voice and then actually go ahead and and censor. So let's look at the creation, the spraying. We'll call it spraying. So overspraying us, and I found out recently that they actually put lithium in there too. So I saw a report. I was doing some research. I'll see if I can find that later. But there's lithium. So for the past couple of days, I've been feeling like lethargic, right? And I'm like, what is going on? And it just so happened right there, boom, pulled up, and there it is. Lithium. They're putting it in our rainwater, into our atmosphere, as well as the other stuff, the nanobots and everything else. So that is still active from the Black Cat. So they're still moving forward with that. The Luciferian Order is still moving forward with that. So where are we at now? Well, we're going to take it day by day, moment by moment. More information is dropping all the time. We don't know when or how, but this is going to be a global operation going forward here. So it's going to be really interesting. I did see that there was some activity out around Taiwan. China is pressuring Taiwan, and then we are also looking to strengthen our relationship. There was an announcement. I think Pompeo, they were actually doing to strengthen that relationship with Taiwan right out in the open, which is right pretty much in the party's face. Okay, the COMMUINST party's face. Okay, so got that going on out that side. As far as we know, we still have a couple of carriers off the west coast and a couple off of the east coast. So we still have those going as well. Now, I was informed that there's some activity over in Bahrain. That's outside, pretty much across the water there from Iran. And then there's some operations going on outside on some of the islands in Hawaii. Okay, so that would be kind of like outpost and first point of contact type stuff. So let's see, air traffic was heavy over, military air traffic was heavy over DC, and that was earlier it was Sunday, Sunday evening. Okay, so that was going on there as well. So we shall see where everything goes. Get ready to hunker down. Make sure you get plenty of water. We can live quite some time without some food. 21 days shouldn't be an issue for most of us unless we have some illnesses and that kind of thing. But pretty much make sure we have water. If the electricity goes down, what will happen is there may be pumps in your town that pumps the water from the lower level up to the water towers, and then that water pressure comes down into the city to feed the city. Or it could be just all water pressure by a pump by itself, and that's all electricity run. Sometimes you do have big water towers, and the water's up there, and you don't need to worry about it. But sometimes if you don't know, you don't know. So make sure you have plenty of water. I have enough stocked up, pretty much, about a gallon and a half a day, just to drink and boil some quinoa or some rice, and I can store that in my refrigerator. So I have that in my refrigerator as well. And then in the ice box, I do have in the freezer, I do have some Tupperware that's flexible, and I put water in there, and I freeze blocks of ice, so it keeps my freezer cold, and then that cold air will drop down into the refrigerator and keep things cold there too. Just don't keep it open too long. Okay, so that should last a couple of days, I would imagine. Maybe a bit longer, maybe 2 or 3 days you might be able to get out of it. Maybe a little longer, 3 or 4. I don't know. Depends on how much you have. The more you have in that ice box, the longer it will stay cold. It's kind of the way it goes. So that said, what else did I do? Oh, I got some batteries. I got an FM radio. I don't have a ham radio. If I had one, that would be nice, but I don't have one. If you have one of those, great. If you know somebody who has one, it's always nice to have one of those. Keep your phone charged. If you have an extra charger, have that charged up too, because if the power goes out, then you have a way to charge your battery in your phone. Okay, so that might be something to keep in mind as well. If we get hit with an EMP, take some of your items that you secure. I stored a bunch of stuff on external hard drives and then stored some stuff on USB drives, and I put it into a metal safe. And the trick to that is that when you put them into a metal safe, you want to make sure that those items have like a layer of cushion, some sort of cloth, so it's not touching that metal. If it's touching the metal, then as that electromagnetic pulse hits the outside of that safe, then it would go around it, and it would, obviously take out that USB drive or the hard drive that you have in there. If you don't have a metal safe or something like that, you can just do a DuckDuckGo and look for some, rather than Google, and look for Faraday cages, called Faraday cage, and then you can make some at home. There's plenty things you can do to make it at home. Fairly inexpensive, just to safeguard those kind of things if you need to. Let's see. All right, well, I'll end with that right now. Remember, we are moving forward into a greater, brighter future. We are going back to a constitutional republic. We actually already are. Trump has already made that declaration, so it is already done. And we are moving forward into that brighter future, and we'll be going back to a gold and silver standard. When you look at our Constitution, real money is gold and silver coinage. The only way that you can go back to that 1776 Declaration and then going back to that Constitution, you have to have real money, okay? Not the fiat fake money that we have now. So now we're getting a little long here. I talked about a little bit, a bunch of things that I really wasn't expecting to talk about. So I'll end it here. Hopefully that helps some of you out there. If you have any questions, comments, put them up. I'll see what I can do to comment back. While I still have a relatively small following, so I think I can keep up with some of it. But as soon as it gets a little bit, hopefully it'll get a little better, and then it'll be tougher to comment back. But we'll do the best we can here on our side and answer some of your questions. All right, now I am on Rumble now. I actually like that a little better than BitChute. BitChute takes forever to load up a video. But I'm on BitChute and on Rumble. Gab, I'm not sure. Gab has not been working well. I don't know if that got taken down. There is one other piece of information that I should put out there. I saw in Idaho, one of the ISP, one of your internet providers, okay, internet service providers, they actually started not offering social media applications on the web. You'll have to ask for it in order to get it. And that things like Facebook and whatever else they deem might be harmful or misinformation. So there you go. There's another censorship type of technique being used as well. All right. So with that, be happy, hold the faith, know that we're going to get through this, and know that we are moving into a brighter future. It may get a bit rocky, but we're headed there, okay? So keep the faith and help those who are just asking questions, who get woke up. Give them a helping hand, Some people out there may need a sledgehammer over their head before they will actually start to acknowledge what's going on, okay? And there's a reason for that. They've been hypnotized, so it's not really their fault. They've been indoctrinated and hypnotized, so have a little compassion for some of those guys out there. I know it's tough because I walk into a store and people are still wearing these masks, and my mask will drop down and I get these, lift up your mask, oh my gosh, I could, stand up, walk in there without a mask and that kind of thing, but I don't want the backlash right now, especially when we're going. All that's going to go away here pretty soon. Okay? So with that said, thank you for joining me on the Starship and on this journey that we are on the Starship as we explore quantum reality, where you are both a crew member and passenger. A crew member means you got to do some work, Let's get into a meditation class, right? Let's start to de-hypnotize, deprogram ourselves. That's a little bit of work that we can do there, right? Look how we can change, be receptive, have that childlike mind, like a 5-year-old. Be curious about everything. Ask lots of questions, because the matrix is coming down, my friends, and curiosity is going to be your best friend. With that, I do want to put a prayer out there. So we want to put a prayer out to all of our military and all the people that are working behind the scenes to make this happen. There's something like over 200 generals that put this whole thing together, and they're all their teams, all the way down to, to our soldiers that are out there taking care of us and doing this good fight as we move forward. All right. I do have a bunch of friends out there. I was in Virginia Beach for quite some time, and I made several friends out there. Some Air Force guys, some people. I think if he's watching, thank you. We're still in touch as well, and a few other guys out there. Some of my EOD team. He'd shoot me right now for not getting that right. EOD team guys, and I say that in jest, right? Right. But all these guys really do. They take a lot of pride in their work, and they are putting their lives on the line for your freedom. All right. So let's give them a big shout out, a big prayer for health and safety as they move forward with this operation. With that being said, I will end there. Blessings, everybody.